a lot of the other delegations, they see this as just like, oh, whatever, but as us in the Antelope Valley, this person really did a lot for us. They not only mentored every single delegate, but I think they inspired every single delegate. And I don't think the program year would have gone as well as it did if it weren't for them. God, there's so much I can say about this person. It's so hard to put it into words because they are the epitome of what youth in government is. They have done so much for us. I mean, if you ask anybody about Brandon Cruz, you can say that he deserves the Delegate of the Year award. So, I mean,
let's give everybody a round of applause. We'll do more pictures at the end so everyone can get a group photo.
Okay, so every year the Antelope Valley does their own awards. So Brennan and I came up with some funny, some kind of serious awards for every delegate because we think that all of you guys did so amazing throughout this year that all of you guys deserve to be honored and recognized for each of your individual skills. So
skills and traits. This award goes to Maya Lopez for most likely to need toilet
We need a story time. Fill us in.
Okay,
we wanted a story for that one?
Story for Maya's?
Yeah.
There's too many to tell about.
We just say don't let her eat dairy products.
Don't let her eat dairy.
Okay, this person, the award goes to Ileana Sanchez for most likely to crash out. While we were waiting at McDonald's, her food came like 20 minutes after everyone else's, and she was like in the middle, like
Started tweaking out.
She was like, so.
Ileana Sanchez. Okay, so this one is going to go out to Julia Sanchez, most likely to work at Starbucks. Julia, the biggest Starbucks fan I know. I don't think I've ever met anybody else with this amount of brand dedication, so
This award goes to Omar Sanchez for best comebacks.
we like to joke a lot in this delegation, and nobody can make jokes about it more because we're so scared of how bad it's going to be. This award goes to Keith Rowland for most committed to the delegation. Like I said when I was talking about him earlier, Keith, just you wanted to do something, you need his help. He's always there. He's always there for the delegation, and we really appreciate that. So thank you, Keith.
This one goes to Haley for always on time. Always. Brendan and I are president and vice president, and she would still be here before us. I mean, it's remarkable how on time she is. Like truly, I don't understand. Haley.
Okay, so this award goes out to Zoe Reyna for most likely to eat all the food. What her favorite part about the conferences are, she would say the food, and I think that's all I have to say.
Okay.
So, Zoe.
And this award goes to Brandon Cruz for most likely to show up with food. There has not been one meeting to date, ever since we became officers, that he hasn't shown up with a drink in hand or a food bag in hand.
Oliveros.
For most helpful. Throughout the conferences, he really he stepped it up. I mean, us in our room, we were terrified of demons at 1 in the morning, and there we were calling Samuel and he said, "I'll go pray in your room."
And it expelled the demons. He also multiple times offered to clean our room for us. We didn't ask him to do it. We didn't even imply that we wanted it to be done. He offered, and nobody even had to respond to his offer. He just started. So this delegate is the most helpful. That's it for our delegation superlatives. Let me go ahead and put this with Samuel's certificate of recognition. And now we move on to the part that some of you probably, or at least 2 of you, have had some anxiety about, election results. So last week, we administered our youth and government elections. I would say that we're proud to say we have full voter turnout, but it's really hard not to have full voter turnout with 9 delegates. So I want to thank everybody for attending last week's meeting. A lot of you had schedule conflicts, and a lot of you had stuff that got in the way of it, and you guys still managed to all make it at some point. And I just want to thank you guys all so much for your dedication to our very important election process, even though 2 of the positions were unopposed. So let's start. We're going to announce the office of chaplain. I want to welcome our current chaplain, Haley Eckel, to say a few words about this delegate and then announce that they've won.
Okay, as chaplain, you are essentially the everything role because we only have vice president, so you're filling in where is needed. The technically main job of chaplain is coming up with icebreakers. So that means finding ways to re-engage the new students, the old students, connect everyone together. This, as Brandon previously said, that our new chaplain ran unopposed. But I do not believe that because she ran unopposed, she is not worthy of this job. She has gone above and beyond in her office and in this delegation about connecting everyone with each other. I am proud to announce Maya as our next chaplain. You're gonna repeat after me. I, Brandon, Maya. Oh, your right hand over your head. I, Maya, do affirm that I will execute the office of chaplain.
Do affirm that I will
Faithfully execute the office of
chaplain
of Antelope Valley Delegation.
of Antelope Valley Delegation.
I will do my best in my ability to preserve,
I will do the best of my ability to preserve,
protect, and defend the Constitution
and defend the Constitution
of the Antelope Valley.
of the Antelope Valley.
I forgot how they do that chaplain. It's so long. Congrats, you're the new chaplain. Here, your cap was now.
Oh, you guys had another handshake.
Shake the hand like we did last year,
Well, she can't remember. I can only remember buildings that we passed.
Wait, we need Bob back. No, don't take Bob.
Steal him! Run!
She's like, it's mine.
It's mine. Kyle, we need Bob.
Do it! If Brandon dropped him, he'll get
Okay. Next up, I'm going to call up Joey Reyna to stand to announce our new vice president. For context, this is the only position that did have competition. So. Wow.
Why is this planted? Okay, my speech is a little bit longer. Starting as vice president my first year out of forum was hard, and I had no experience and barely knew what I was doing. all I knew was that I wanted to give the delegates an amazing year that they would remember for the rest of their lives. To be vice president for the AV, it takes determination, passion, and love for the program. While spending every Wednesday with this delegate, I can proudly say that they're going to be great in their newfound role. I am excited to work alongside this delegate and can't wait to see what this upcoming year entails for us. So please join me in welcoming Ileana Sanchez as Antelope Valley's new vice
We're all just here for something.
I state your name.
I, Liliana Sanchez,
Do affirm that I will faithfully execute the office
do affirm that I will faithfully execute the office
of the Vice President of the delegation,
of the Vice President of the delegation,
and I will do the best of my ability
and I will do the best of my ability
to preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution
to preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution
of the Antelope Valley delegation.
of the Antelope Valley delegation.
Congratulations.
Nobody doesn't want all that. I'll put it back in.
Okay, so now the final office, the office of president. This is an office that even when I was running for it, I wasn't entirely sure I wanted it until about a few weeks before I started my campaign. When I started as president, or the first time I ever got the idea to be president was Sacramento, when I was asked, "What are you thinking of running for any office positions?" And in my mind, what was a silly and outlandish thought, I responded president. And I got positive feedback. Being a president, it takes confidence, it takes leadership skills, and it takes a whole lot of work. It is, I'll tell you, if you guys think that having your kid by themselves is hard, it's really hard having 9 of them running around, not knowing what to do, calling me names and making fun of me, which is what we do here at the Antelope Valley delegation. But being president is so much more than the title. It is one of the biggest responsibilities that we have. It's really difficult to put what it takes to be in this position into words. But there's not even a molecule of doubt in my mind that this person is going to be able to fulfill the position probably better than I have. So with the greatest honor, may I welcome Zoe Reyna as the next president of the Right hands up. I, Zoe Reyna, do affirm that I will faithfully execute the office of the President of the Delegation
that I will faithfully execute the office of the President of the delegation
and will, to the best of my ability,
and will, to the best of my ability,
preserve, protect, and defend
preserve, protect, and defend
the Constitution of the Antelope Valley Delegation.
the Constitution of the Antelope Valley delegation.
Congratulations. We all shake hands.
Bob is officially hers now.
That is, it's true, it's hers.
Yeah. Just like whoever comes after Zoe, Bob's officially theirs.
It's not moving, you don't need to move.
Okay, so those are next year's officers. I hope that you're all very proud of yourselves. It's going to be a tough job, but I'm certain that all of you can do it to the best of your abilities. And with that being said, now we have some words from our advisors.
So I have, Whitney is here
Good
in
job, son.
spirit. I know that she's very much missed.
how important Delegate of the Year is. So she wanted me to share a few words about Brandon for Delegate of the Year, and I know that he loves Whitney, so I know that it'll be really cool to hear. This is also my first time reading this, so bear with me, okay? Congratulations on being named Delegate of the Year. So well deserved. From the moment you joined youth and government, it was clear you were going to be a leader. Your confidence, dedication, and incredible speaking skills made you stand out right away. And watching you grow over the past 2 years has been amazing. As a first-year delegate, it was clear that you were heading for leadership. And as a delegation president, you rose to the challenge and led the delegates to success. You're a natural-born leader. I will never forget your speech during council court at the officer retreat, when all the other advisors kept asking who you were because they were so impressed. I was so happy to say you belonged to my delegation. It was truly an honor to be your advisor, and I couldn't be more proud of everything you've accomplished. This is just the beginning for you. I can't wait to see what's next. So that's from Whitney. All right, so Cynthia, unless you have anything you'd like to share, I think Brandon, you might be next. I know, we just hit you hard, I know.
So unfair.
We did it to Zoe, it's your turn. Yes.
Last year we had Alana and Daniel falling.
Yeah, I could do that. Excuse me, my tears. I told you the story of why I read the president. I didn't tell you who asked me the question. We were in the line for the Sacramento Convention Center, in the security line, waiting because I was late to session, and my two advisors came with me. And I was asked this question by Cynthia and Whitney, who I will forever thank for the honor of being asked to run for this position. When I joined the program, I didn't really believe in myself. I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. I wasn't sure where I was going. I had an idea, but when it came to this program, I didn't really know what it meant to me yet. And I didn't, like I said, I didn't believe in myself. I didn't believe that I could take on this position. I didn't believe that I could be up here speaking to you today a year ago. And it was that moment in the line when I was asked that question and I was given the response, I think you should run for that president too, that I truly began to believe in myself, and that I truly began to recognize my love for this program. So I want to thank Whitney and I want to thank Cynthia and Whitney, who isn't here, for that. Youth in government is so much more than what it is in the title. When you hear about this program, you think that it's all the boring ins and outs of our legislative process or our court system or all of that stuff that you learn about in school for a year and you forget about for the rest of your life. But it's so much more than that. I remember at the end of my first Sacramento conference, I thought it was so corny how all of these seniors were going up on the big screen in the Sacramento Convention Center and lamenting about how sad they were to leave. And I have a specific quote memorized from our last youth governor, Brianna Lagba, who said, "How grateful am I to have a program that it hurts to say goodbye to this much." She probably said it more eloquently than that, but you get the idea. And that really resonated with me. I could not have imagined that I would be up here crying in front of 30 people a year ago because I'm leaving this program. I could not have imagined that I would have obtained so much memorabilia, so many badges, so many beads that mean nothing to the normal person, but to me mean everything. I could not have imagined that any of this would be as important as it is to me today. It's really hard to say goodbye, and that's true with anything in life. But for me, as somebody who is 17 and hasn't had much life experience, I've never experienced a goodbye that hurt this much. I want to thank so many people. First, some people that aren't here, so they can't see me cry for them. I want to thank our last year's president, Alana Doyle. If at any point during the year any of you question where I learned it from, where I got it from, she is the reason. She taught me everything there was to know about this position, and she made me who I am today, and I'm so happy that I get to call her a close friend of mine. Another person who isn't here that I really want to thank is our advisor for most of the year, Killian. Another story, at our first Bob this year, I applied to the Supreme Court, and unfortunately I did not make it. And in my frustration at my failure, I got really angry. The whole conference I had been running around with my badge with a silly ribbon on it that said candidate. And I wasn't supposed to get that ribbon. That ribbon only went to people running for elected positions, and I was not running for that. I was doing something that you apply to, there's an interview process for, and it wasn't meant for me. And I should have taken that maybe as a sign originally, but everything that happened, and eventually looking at that ribbon made me angry. It made me so frustrated with myself and my failure that I couldn't bear to walk around with it. For context, at this point I had also felt like maybe I wasn't supposed to be president. I ran unopposed, and I didn't really feel like I was ready for the position. And all of that culminated in me messaging Killian, please come to the tent. I have to talk to you. And he came as quick as he could, and I tore off the ribbon, and I handed it to him, and I said, I don't want this. Take it, do whatever you want with it, keep it, trash it, I don't care. I don't want it. I didn't believe in myself. And Killian did something that most people aren't able to do, because I am reluctant and I am stubborn, and I don't know why, but I love to wallow in my sorrow. And Killian did something that most people can't do, and that is reassure me. Reassure me of my ability, reassure me of my leadership, and reassure me of this delegation and what I mean to you. And in all fairness, I don't know that. I don't know the answer to that question. What do I mean to you? And I'm okay not knowing, because I know that I did my best. And so I want to thank Killian for making me aware of all of that, of everything that I didn't know about myself, because before he talked to me, I saw myself as a failure, as somebody who couldn't do it. And after he talked to me, I began to see myself as he saw me. I began to see the person that he saw every time he looked at me. Somebody who has confidence, somebody who believes in themselves, somebody who is a good leader. I hope that all of you have the privilege of looking at yourselves in that way in the future, if you don't think of yourself that way. Now to thank the people that are here. First, I want to thank all the new delegates. I think that you all have made an impact on me that I couldn't have expected. When I began this year as president, I wasn't sure that all of you would grow to be the amazing, exceptional delegates that you are today. I was scared because I had 5 brand new delegates in front of me who I had never met, who I had no idea, who most of whom were freshmen, and I was scared. But you guys, that fear was gone immediately. I am so grateful for all of you, for all of the things that you've done, for all of the confidence you've given me, and for all of the memories that I've made. It really sucks that I only got to know you for a year, but I'll be back next year as an intern, and I can't wait to see you all grow more. To Haley, I want to thank you for being literally everything that I was. I want to thank you for being creative. I want to thank you for coming up with everything the delegation needed. I want to thank you for being there for the delegation when we need. The role of chaplain goes unappreciated a lot of times, and from now on I will never understand it, because for me, because of you, you've redefined chaplain as the person who does things, who gets things done, and I have so much respect for you. So thank you so much. For Julia, I want to thank you for, again, everything you've done. I want to thank you for being willing to talk with me about this silly little program that we do once a week at school. And I want to thank you for using the opportunity that we've had here to become better friends. I'm so grateful that I've gotten to know you so much over these 2 years that I've spent every Wednesday with you. I'm so grateful that I get to call you a friend. I'm so grateful that I get to see you every day at school, that I get to talk to you, that I get to be in leadership with you, and that I get to know who you are. So thank you for giving me that opportunity. And finally, for Zoe, I want to thank you for being a better vice president than I was president. I want to thank you for recruiting everybody. I want to thank you for being the person that everybody could look to when I had no idea what I was doing. I remember doing that stupid little bingo with you and competing with you at Bob, and I remember never thinking that I could ever have so much respect for you and so much love for you in the way that I do now. You have impressed me more than anybody's impressed me in my whole life, and I've met a lot of people. I think that what you have to offer to this delegation, not even just this delegation, what you have to offer to the world is exceptional. And I think that the world's a better place with you in it. And I think that in the future is bright because you are here. I would not have been able to get through this without you. I would not have been able to lead as effectively as I have without you. And I would not have had as much fun without you. It wouldn't have been as fun running to Canes after the officer trip without you there to make fun of me. It wouldn't have been as fun being in SAC and crashing out in your room without you there to be the crash out. It wouldn't have been as fun going through all of these events and conferences without somebody there to share our love of food. I am forever grateful to you. I thank you so much for everything you've done for me and for the delegation. I'm so excited, not just to see you run or be president, I'm so excited to see you be our youth governor. So, those are all the thanks I have to give. I want to close out with one last remark. Like I said before, believing in yourself is the only thing that is stopping you from being the best version of yourself. From looking in the mirror and seeing what you really are. Once you begin to believe in yourselves, you're unstoppable. You can be president, you can be youth governor, you can be vice president, you can be anything you want once you get that thought out of your head that you're not good enough. You can be anything that you want when you look in the mirror and see the person that other people see. So, always try to be the person that everybody else sees. Because I can guarantee you that the person that you see is not the person that you are. You are so much more and so much greater person that you think of when you think of yourself. Parents, I know you can testify to the exceptionality of your children, and I know that you are the ones, if nobody else, you are the ones who can talk to your child and tell them how you see them, and that your child can see themselves how the ones who love them see them. Thank you all so much for listening to me ramble on about stories and thank yous. Thank you all for coming tonight. Thank you all for enjoying the food. Thank you all for applauding our delegates. With that being said, do we have a motion to close out the program here?
Seniors to the front. All seniors.
Seniors and non-returners.
Yes, yes, seniors and non-returners. Join
Do
me.
we have a motion to end the program
Yes,
here?
go up, go up.
Anybody? You motion? Raise your hand up. To what point do you rise?
I rise to make a motion.
What? To what do you motion?
I motion to adjourn this meeting.
Do we have a second? Anybody?
Second.
We have a second. All those in favor, in your normal speaking voice, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed,
Nay.
say nay.
Nay.
Okay. Motion passed. Thank you all so much for being my delegates. Thank you all so much for supporting your delegates. Thank you all so much for being here tonight. You guys can all go home now. I hope you enjoyed the food. If you guys want, you guys can take pictures. You guys can take whatever pictures you want.
Group picture of you guys?
Of course.
Yes.
Good. Everybody, delegates,